Welcome to makingascene.org. Today, we are breaking down the architecture of massive sound to show you how to build it on a minimal budget. Home recording culture is often haunted by the idea that professional, massive-sounding records are reserved for those with luxury rooms, vintage mic lockers, and endless budgets. This leads many indie artists to chase size by endlessly stacking tracks. They hear a chorus that feels thin, so they add a third guitar, a fourth synth pad, and a heavy wash of reverb, hoping that more layers will eventually translate into more impact. This creates a phenomenon called smear. When too many parts occupy the same frequency range, rhythm, and spatial position, they blur together. As shown here, the result is a dense, featureless block of sound that feels louder but lacks any emotional punch. A massive record is an acoustic illusion created by deliberate spatial arrangement. Size is about making specific choices regarding when to double a part, when to leave space, and where to place a sound in the stereo field. Arrangement is leverage. Building a competitive finished master in a spare bedroom allows you to keep the full value of your music in your own catalog, rather than letting that equity leak out to a commercial studio bill. Treat every mix as three-dimensional architecture. Within this 3D space, every instrument must be assigned a strict physical job to perform. This architecture relies on 3 dimensions. You must anchor the center, push the walls out to the sides, and fill the vertical air above the foundation. Mastering this spatial arrangement transforms a home recording into a professional asset, ready for streaming, licensing, and direct sales. Construction begins on a 3D soundstage. Before adding any ornamental layers, the core load-bearing arrangement must be able to stand entirely on its own. 4 pillars anchor the center: lead vocal, kick, snare, and bass. To push walls outward, pan recorded doubles to the edges. Tiny human variations trick the brain into extreme width. Expand further using complementary panning, like acoustic guitar left and electric right. Professional width is an illusion built on tonal contrast and controlled human imperfection, not digital duplication. Once the center is anchored and the sides are wide, you can address the vertical air. These are the frequencies above the foundation that can be filled with synths and support instruments. Use zoning to assign strict, non-overlapping roles to these new layers. As seen here, one band owns the mid-range body, another provides high-end shimmer, and a third handles rhythmic motion. Modern workstations help keep this complex spatial puzzle organized. Their session overviews provide a high-level visual map of where every track lives, preventing different layers from accidentally occupying the same zone. Modern AI mixing tools function as diagnostic traffic cops. They help you maintain your arrangement by identifying exactly where different parts are fighting for attention. When you use these tools to scan a dense chorus, they pinpoint frequency pileups and masking issues. This allows you to carve out the exact space needed to eliminate smear and let every layer breathe. This diagnostic process acts as a teacher. It reveals where an arrangement is failing, allowing you to refine your production craft while maintaining total creative authority. The final phase of production is editing the skyline. This is where you move beyond recording and start ruthlessly muting tracks and automating volume levels. Massive impact requires deliberate contrast. A chorus only feels huge if the preceding verse was intentionally restricted and sparse. Muting unnecessary layers just before a big transition, like pulling out the wide guitars for the final bar of the pre-chorus, creates an explosive sense of growth when the full arrangement returns. Size is the result of intelligent orchestration. It is the movement between silence and sound that guides the listener's focus. Producing a radio-ready master at home eliminates the studio tax. It means the highest version of your art, the one that generates sync fees, playlist placements, and streaming revenue, belongs entirely to you. You do not need a luxury studio to create a massive sound. You need sharp intention and an organized workflow. When you own the craft, you own the value of your music. This is how indie artists build a sustainable future. Thanks for watching makingascene.org.